years ago, I would have dismissed this as total nonsense. But as I learn about rainbow body and the potential for the human mind, I've come to believe these kind of stories. And this story involves a woman explorer, Alexandria David-Néel, who was in Tibet in the early 1900s when it was illegal for a Westerner to be in Tibet. And she rendezvoused with a caravan of traveling monks. And she noticed that each one of these monks, they were ascetics, had a Yidam, Yadam, a Yidam, which is kind of like a personal spiritual advisor that they relied on, they meditated on, they talked with their Yidam and so forth. So she feels out of place and she creates her own Yidam. Now, all the others have these godly figures, male, dominant, Yidams. So she creates her own Yidam and she creates a fat, jolly monk. Takes her about 6 months of intense meditation, but she does create this mind form. And it became so intense that people would come to visit her in her tent and they could see it and they would talk with it. Right? And she, when they would travel, the Yidam would travel with her and it would get assertive and it wouldn't go along with what people wanted to do. And so finally she had to get rid of it. It took her about, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. It's all documented in a book that she wrote, Alexandra David-Néel. I can't remember the name of the book, but it took her about 3 months to get rid of it, to make it go away. Kind of makes me think about the gospel accounts of Jesus when he drives demons out of people's minds, and he communicates with them and he talks to them. And you look at, well, that's Jesus and that's a miracle. But no, it happens. It happens. In fact, I have a priest friend who is very, very mystical. And he claims that in a conversation he had with a monk in a meeting, that the monk had his subtle body, the chakras and the tubes and so forth that go with the subtle body. He claimed he could see it. It became apparent to him. So anyway, these things really happen, and it just serves to illustrate the power of the human mind. And when we talk about rainbow body, or we talk about resurrection, it's not about a God thing. It's the power of the human mind to bring about biological change.